I know all the agents at every company probably think their revenue share is the best. Oh, yeah, come in. Yeah. Sure, come on. Look, we don't need to do this. Another recruiter brokerage. Look, I promise. Okay, it's not going to be that. Look, just trust me. But you're literally. It's not. Matter of fact, what I want to make a point here is that Real is not another one of these recruiter type brokerages where everybody thinks it's a pyramid scheme and everybody that's talking to you from that brokerage is just trying to recruit you. It's not that. Okay, I promise you, it's not that. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that makes that work, that it's not that, is actually the revenue share plan. Believe it or not. Okay. I'm gonna prove it. Okay. All right. Just sure. Can I get centered back up? All right. Cool. Thanks. Look, just watch the video when it comes out. So yeah, I really do believe that while Real's revenue share program is a fantastic revenue share program, they've actually done the right things to make sure that their revenue share program reflects the culture of Real, one Real, being open with everybody. And exactly how they've done that, I'll go through the details of that. But before we get there, I want you to understand the actual revenue share program itself, because I mean, if that sucked, then why would you stick around for the rest of it? Because it really doesn't matter. So let's just jump into that first. What you're seeing right here is the breakdown directly from Real on exactly how the revenue share program works. And what you see there is you have 4 tiers or levels, and you do unlock these levels by the number of agents in your front line. So you see at the top there, tier 1, 1 to 4, 4 to 15. So basically you have to have 5 agents in your front line that qualify to unlock the second level, and then 15 in the next, 20 in the next, and 25 to get all 5 levels. Now that type of structure is not super uncommon, but what is a little different from what you'll see at some of the bigger cloud brokerages out there that have revenue share models is that you actually get paid more on that front level than you do on any other level as you go down, which to me just makes the most sense because, I mean, I know those agents. I directly brought them on. I've had conversations with them most likely, and I have the most opportunity to help them out to make sure that they succeed when they come over as an agent with Real. And the second level, I probably know them a little bit. There's a good chance that I may interact with them some, but really as you get past that 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level, what are the chances that you actually know these agents that have come on? It's great that you do get to make some money. You've maybe helped your 1st, 2nd, 3rd level do some of their own attraction to the company, but you don't really know them when you get down there, but you're not really worried about having to have an impact because of the way that this is set up. I can have that impact at my 1st and 2nd level, and that's where I'm gonna get paid the most. As you can see, what you get paid there is up to $4,000 per anniversary year of that agent. So, and all these percentages you see, that just adds up to the 15% that is coming into Real. So 15% is the split you pay until you cap. That comes into Real. Obviously your cap is $12,000. And what this all adds up to is 15% or $12,000 when you add up all these different tiers. And you're getting 5% or up to $4,000 on that front line. So if you have a capping agent in your front line, you can get $4,000 out of their cap paid to you in revenue share. And the same principle works as you go down the different levels there, provided that you have enough agents in your front line to qualify for those other levels. Another thing here Real recently did is they lowered the qualifier for that 2nd level, so you only have to have 5 to get into that 2nd level. Again, I think you're most likely to have an impact on that 1st and maybe the 2nd level. So I like that they did that to make that a little easier to get into. So I feel like that's a pretty straightforward plan. It's pretty easy to understand. If you just look at the diagram that they give you there, you can see how it works. Now there are some other little technical details that will reduce a little bit of what you get. Number 1, if you're participating in revenue share, there's a $175 annual fee that goes along with that. And there's also a 1.2% processing fee. So you're not getting the full 4,000, you're getting 98.8% of it. So I actually look at those positively because, you know, that helps maintain the system. It helps the company overall be more profitable and grow, which will improve the stock price, which you'll get a pretty good bit of if you're attracting agents as well. And since I brought that up, I'll just go ahead and show you here. You do get 75 shares of Real stock as a stock award when you attract an agent to Real and they complete their first transaction. So you're getting that 75 shares in addition to the revenue share that you're going to get paid when they close that transaction. So that's really nice. It's just one of the many ways that you can earn stock awards or invest in stock basically at a discount while you're an agent here at Real. Now also, just to be upfront and open with this, as you can see there, it says up to 17,000 agents. What they're doing there is they're leaving that open to be adjusted as the company grows. I've actually seen that 17,000 number change a few times recently, while the other numbers on this have not changed because Real has been growing so quickly. But I do expect that will change at some point. It won't always be 75 shares that you get for attracting somebody over the company. But for right now, it is. All right, so that's probably a pretty good breakdown of the technical details there. If you have more questions about that or anything else at Real, feel free to get down there and book a video call with me. I put a link down there. It'll be in the description. It's elsewhere. It's all over the channel. If you've got questions about anything, I'm happy to sit down with you on a video call and talk it out with you to see if Real would be a good fit for you or not in some cases. You know, whatever that outcome turns out to be, I'm happy to sit down with you and answer those questions. But now that we've covered the technical details, let's get into why I think the revenue share model here at Real actually protects and promotes the culture of Real that they are trying to push out there, of one Real, of being very collaborative. And you know, we already touched on that a little bit with, you know, getting paid more on your front line, but that's really kind of just the start of it. So the first thing here, it's kind of a behind the scenes thing, is now you can co-sponsor. If we go back to that slide, you'll see it says directly sponsored. So it does change the numbers a little bit if you co-sponsor, but you can co-sponsor an agent. So for somebody like me, I'm putting this video on YouTube. You could be anywhere in the country watching this video, but I'm not there, okay? So if you come over to Real and put me as your sponsor, you know, I'm not there to answer your questions. I'm not there to be a resource for you. You know, I try to be, I will try my best to be, but I can't really promise that to you. And I'm not there day to day. I don't really know the specifics of your market. Well, I could give you, or could help you find a co-sponsor in your market. So if you wanted to put me as a co-sponsor, I could help you find someone else so that you've got somebody there. We're building that community, somebody that you can collaborate with. Again, we're building that collaborative culture of Real. So you can do that, and the way it works, it's not a clean 50-50 split. I know some people have some issues with this. It's a 45-45 split, and 10% does go back to Real. Again, I look at this in a positive light, because if you're doing this and you're a part of Real, you would like to see the company grow and the company become more valuable, not just because we want the company to grow, but you're, again, financially incentivized because you're getting stock awards and you want to see those stock prices go up. So being able to co-sponsor agents, I think, is one of the biggest things that Real has done to protect and promote that culture. The second thing here is that you have to be an active agent to receive that revenue share, at least in the beginning. We'll get to that in a second, because I know, you know, as time goes on, we'd all like to get to a point where we don't have to do day-to-day real estate, and there's a way to do that. But at first, you have to be a producing agent, and Real defines a producing agent as generating $450 every 6 months in company dollars. So that's your 15% split that you pay into Real. That needs to be at least $450 every 6 months. That comes up to, I did the math, $120,000 if you're getting paid a 2.5% commission. It's $200,000 if you're getting paid a 1.5% commission. So it's not a lot of production that you have to do to remain considered an active agent by Real, but you do have to have something coming in, some kind of commission income coming from real estate. Now what this does is it prevents agents who would come in solely as recruiters. So I know I'm a great recruiter. I can talk people into coming over here. Well, I'm gonna do that here at Real, and I'm gonna generate all this. You can't do it, okay? You can bring them in if that's what you wanna do, you can, but you can't do that solely. You have to be generating some kind of income as an agent. So again, we're protecting that reputation that we're not just a recruiting brokerage, okay? And then right behind that, another really big thing that might confuse some people coming from other brokerages is I cannot offer you anything of value just for putting me.
Just make sure you put me down as your sponsor, and you'll get all my coaching, training, mastermind calls, a list of things I eat for breakfast every morning, and every time I buy a new car, I'll send you a picture of it.
Well, that was kind of a strange offer. We don't do any of that here at Real. We do have all of those things that you can get, but we make them available to everybody in the Real Academy. So if I'm offering, you know, mastermind calls or training on different things, there's a lot of agents that are great at social media, video, YouTube, follow-up plans, CRMs, all of that kind of stuff. There's plenty of agents at Real that are doing it at a very high level, and they're making content for you. They're making courses in the Real Academy, and all you have to do is be an agent at Real and you get access to all of that. You don't have to be in any one downline or another. just by coming over to Real. So what I will tell you is, hey, yes, I will give you all these things when you come over to Real, but you don't have to put me as your sponsor. Just be an agent here at Real and you will get all, whatever I have, you get it, and you get it from all these other agents as well. I believe Real has just found that it's better not to silo off those informations. That's the term I hear used a lot. It's not siloed off. We just have this network and everybody gets to benefit, collaborate, and grow together. Now, I talked about how you don't have to be an active agent forever. This gets into your retirement planning, and Real has actually thought about this. So as you go along, after 3 years of being an agent here at Real, you can get 60% of your revenue share indefinitely without having to have that production requirement. After 4 years, it goes to 80%. And after 5 years of being a producing agent, you get 100% indefinitely. As long as you've got revenue share coming in, you'll get that income without having to be a producing agent. But you had to be a producing agent for that 5-year period to get there, again, to protect the collaborative culture of Real and the reputation that Real wants to have. And if that wasn't enough, not only can you continue to receive that revenue share after you retire from real estate, you can even will that revenue share to anybody else. They don't have to be a licensed agent. They can continue to receive that revenue share as long as it's coming in. So ultimately what Real has done with their revenue share plan is they've created a model that is agent-centric, agent-focused, and not recruiter-focused. Now, there's still some great benefits to attracting agents to the company, but they want agents here working and doing the business to be the ones attracting agents in. And that, again, it builds and promotes and protects the collaborative culture and the positive reputation that Real currently has and wants to even build further into the future. So if you agree and it sounds like something that at least maybe you want to explore a little more, again, get down there, check out my link for a video call. Be happy to sit down with you and see if it would be a good fit for you. And if you want to understand the rest of the top 5 reasons why I made the choice to come over to Real, because it wasn't just this one thing, check out the video that I've got right there. I'll see y'all on that one. Just make sure you put me down as your sponsor and you'll get all my coaching, masterminds, trainings, even when It's a loud chair, dude.